This is the daily horoscope for April the 3rd, 2022, which is today. So we have the sun in Aries, moon in Taurus. Now, when we have the moon in Taurus, the moon is exalted in the sign, and it stabilizes everything. It stabilizes the emotions, so we may feel slower, more grounded, um, like moving at a slower pace, eating and doing things more slowly, going out and, because the sun in Aries, let's get out, and moon in Taurus, which is, getting yummy, going out to um, a coffee shop and having coffee in the morning, or a bakery sometime today, and really indulging in the sweet, rich pastries, and all of those things. So it's wonderful energy to do that. This is a card from the Enchanted Map Oracle by Colette Baron Reid called Slow and Steady. And the symbol is of a snail. And it says, going slow and steady allows us to really, slow down and appreciate all that is around us right now. All that we're seeing, all that we are sensing with our senses, where we can really, really, be in the moment, with what we're doing, focusing on the here and now, specifically, and taking our time and enjoying the process as opposed to working toward the end goal. So, according to Astrology.com, the moon is conjunct Uranus. So remember, the moon is your emotions, and Uranus is the planet of liberating yourself. And so with the moon here, there's a sort of rebellious quality, a sort of need to, stand on our own 2 feet and break away from things, break away from certain systems and structures that we don't want, that really hinder self authenticity. And I'm looking here. So, Uranus is the planet of changing. It's all about just sudden change, changing how we're doing something, changing how we may view this thing, changing how we might go about it, how we will probably walk along that sort of um, bridge of life. And while we're walking along, we may go along at a certain point with one kind of mindset, and then we're going to shift to another. So, there's going to be change. It's probably going to be a lot of change. We may be, and this is off of what it says, doing something in a certain way, you know, um, folding the clothes, and then we realize that we have this thing to make. Or, we might be, sitting and reading something when, oh, I could write something, and I could put out, just sort of, be creative, non-verbally. So, um, just change where there's something, because the moon is feeling and Uranus is change, where you feel like, oh, we need to change this. And it's allowing yourself to make that change is super important. So, something to also, get us out of the way that we're currently doing things, getting us out of that hamster wheel, you know, out of that box that sits up, in the clouds somewhere where we're down here living in it. Well, it's time to sort of get out of it in a way. And it also says that because Uranus is sudden change, we're because Uranus rules Aquarius, which is all about coming together in your community. And this could also be something along the lines of just sort of, disagreements between people in your world and kind of coming together and being very diplomatic and coming together in conversation, talking it out, resolving the problem that might need to be resolved. And that's that. And then it says 6:53, the sun is sextile Ceres. And this is all about being authentic, being true to yourself with what you're saying, your words, your, what you have to give verbally out into the world. And so, it's just speaking in the conversation. I don't agree with this thing. This is what I think. This is what, this is my view of the situation. This is my idea, that I think would greatly benefit this or greatly improve this circumstance with whatever is going on. So, we want to add different sides to the conversation. We don't want it to be so limited and rigid and so bound and so set on one side. This is the way it is. This is set in stone. Where it can be more subjective. People sitting around the table in a certain meeting room, if you think about that sort of situation where, you're talking about this new business plan. Well, this is the pro to that, and we could add this, I don't know about this because of this, sort of, talking it out and sort of, this collaborative quality as well. So, also not just bending opinions, bending things that we feel that we believe just because of others. Not bending over backwards. And just being honest about what it is, what the situation is, what the circumstances are. So, that is the daily astrology. Thank you for tuning in.